that at the beginning, it's because you still have some kind of an interest in reigniting that. But once again, dear hearts, it's so simple. We all know this. When you do it enough, the judgmental separates and blends into the background. It separates from the separated sense and just blends into the background until there is no sense of, I wonder where those flowers came from. I wonder if the person that really did that painting back there, did they really have live flowers or did they make it? Eventually, no matter how intriguing, and may I also say this includes the people that you live with, the people that you love as well. There can be that moment of just seeing them without judgment. Something else emerges. The filter of how we see each other is so ongoing that there's no notice of it. But it's ongoing, and it is the one thing that really disturbs the intimacy of a relationship. Because that kind of seeing brings on fear. A judgment always comes out of some fear. As we talked about earlier, the fear of loss. What am I going to lose? What am I going to lose? It's just that ongoing knowing that something we're invested. But when you look at something, partner, wife, husband, child, grandchild, whatever it would be, partner, anything, with that, the willingness to look without judgment. You say, well, how do I have the willingness to do it when I don't want to do it? Well, if you don't want to do it, there's a little thing called you're going to go ahead and do it, all right? But even that, watching, how does it feel when you have a judgment? Even if you're the one that's right. Even if you're the one that's right, how do you have a judgment? How does it feel? This is exactly what I think Bartholomew ended up asking us again and again. How does it feel? If you're paying attention to how it feels and not how it thinks, how it feels and not how it thinks, it's going to be different. It's just going to be different. It's just going to be different. And then the wonderful, absolutely magnificent moments which you've all had. You know, you do this with here's the example they give all the time. You're standing on the beach and you're looking at a sunset, and they're usually in the water, and there's beauty and everything's wonderful and so forth, right? And you're just not there. You're just not there. You're just not there. Well, the same thing is possible in its own wonderful way when you're looking at something that you have seen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can do it. It's amazing. It's not like you go cross-eyed and just don't see anything. It's something in the energetic that you are sharing, because you realize that's all we are doing. We're all sharing the very same energetic. People say to me, I want to raise my vibration, and I don't work very well with that, because in my view, there is only one vibration. It's an immensely vaster than vast vibration, and it moves through all of us. And the same one, parts of it move through you today, that part will move through me tomorrow. Whatever it is, it's the similarity of what happens to us is constant. So instead of any up and down in this, what happens in the melting of the seeing of the separated, something happens. Let's take this room, for example. The entire room would just become awash with, I don't mean the whole room's going to go blasting into golden light and we're all going to disappear. That's not what I mean. There will just come a knowing of the total, magnificent, eternal oneness of all. Eternal oneness of all. And it's just unspeakable. That's the part we can't talk about, can we? Many of you know exactly what I'm talking about because you've experienced it yourself. But I'm just asking us to remind ourselves that when people speak this weekend, I would ask you please to be aware of your response to them. What is your response to them? And if there is a negative response, I mean, heaven help us, but if there happens to be a negative response, even so much as, you know, that's a really funny color of blue, or whatever it would be aware. Be aware of those judgments. And when you are aware, just see, when you look again, just see. When you look, when you know that you've made a judgment, instead of scolding yourself, which is ridiculous, what I suggest is the simple thing of just looking again. Look again. Look again. Don't worry, it'll come again. Look again. The more times we can see with the eye of judgment and see that we are using the judgment as trying to keep us safe, that's why we do it, trying to keep us safe, always on the alert. You know, human beings are always on the alert. Bartholomew said this from the get-go, that we were always on the alert. Some part of our system is always on the alert, which is why sleeping is so magnificently wonderful.